In my last video, I showed you how I was working on my sculpture here, my sailboat sculpture using flat bar. And this is going to be a how-to video on how I make my shapes. So this is my picture that I'm working from right here. And I've got some of my shapes already cut, as you can see here. It's quite a process actually. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you a demonstration on how I do this. So this is going to be like a how-to video. Alright, so it's not just a quick little 2-minute video. That's the shape I'm going to use right there. I want to cut that shape out. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So let me set the camera up here. Alright, look at it. So the first thing I do is look for my stapler. Ah, here it is. Okay. So I have to move this shape out of the way. I've already made this shape. It's in my way. So I'm going to, this is the shape I'm going to make right here. Actually, just this here to here, here. So I go like this. I staple on my paper. I get my marker. So if I staple it on, the reason I staple it on is so I know it's not going to move as I'm making my marks. And it's amazing, you know, if you just go like this, I can visually see through the paper as I lift it up like that. See, I'm making these dots right here. See, like that, and now I know that's my end point. That's my end point. So all I have to do now is just connect the dots, like so. And draw that out. This is going to be straight like that, going that far, and I know it's going this far, so I can make a mark like that. All right, so that's my piece. So now I know that's the piece. So I can take this off. What I do next, I'll stay right here. I'll show you. So this is my shape that I need. So I'm going to cut this. I cut on the inside of the line because what I want is the metal to be that black line. So if I cut on the inside of the line, like this, all right, like that, and I come across here like that. All right, so that's the piece I need right there up to this point right here. All right, now I'm going to move my camera over to another spot. Bear with me. All right. I had this all set up earlier, so I know exactly what I'm doing here. All right. Now, hopefully that's pointing. That's pointing to where I want to work right there. Okay. Now, what I need to do, one of the things about working in a studio like this is there's so many things that's around me. Very easy to lose pieces. Okay, so I need to have a piece. There's the metal I'm working with right here. It's 3/16 by ½ inch. It's a nice material to work with. It gives me a nice dimensions. I need to know how long is this piece going to be. So I measured. I go like this. It's 4 inches. Okay, it's 4 inches to there. All right, 7 inches to there. 9 inches to there. 12 inches to there. All right, so if I cut a piece 17 and a half inches, I'm going to be good to go. All right, make that like that. All right, I got my glasses on, so that's cool. Always be sure to wear your safety equipment. All right, get that out of the way. Now what I've done here, you can see right here, I've put a small pin. This welded on here, and I use that on my starting point for many of my pieces. Okay, so what I do now, I need to make this shape. So I know it's going to go past here like this. This is not my piece, but okay, so it's going to go like that. That's my starting off point. So now what I do is I have my paper, but now I trace this shape onto my table. My table is made of metal. Very important for any of you guys who are going to do one of these things. All right. Now that's my shape, all right, from my paper template. There it is right there. Okay, so what I need to do now is start this off. Put this here. Okay. I need to weld that onto, because I have to start bending this. I'm going to use my oxygen and acetylene cutting torches to heat the metal so I can bend it around that shape. That's what I want. I want this shape right here. All right, so the first thing I need to do is weld that on. Okay. Yeah, I'll see how that piece is, that's tight on right there. All right, so I have to make this shape right here. So that's what I'm going to work on. All right, so now I get my, I don't want to burn that, so I set that over there. All right. Now I'm going to start heating up my metal. It's a fairly large piece, long piece, so it's going to take a little while for it to get nice and hot where I can bend it. So this might be boring for you. Not that boring for me, actually. You see how it's starting to get a little bit red? Well, that's getting all hot. The redder it gets, the easier it is to bend. I can start bending it around that now. I don't need to heat it all up, I can just start. I don't know if anybody's following me right now because I can't see my phone. All right. I can heat up a little bit more. I have to understand that Mr. Murphy is standing right over there. You know who that is. You know, I can push on this metal and it's starting to bend already right where I want it to go. Yeah, Mr. Murphy, he's the fellow that if something can go wrong, it can. It goes wrong, so. I've got a bit of a tighter corner here, so. I have to be careful I don't get, I can start to feel the heat on the end of this metal. I can bend that right around really nice. I know exactly where to bend it because I've got that, I have it marked out on the table. Alright, so that's that part of the shape. Now I need to make a corner right there, so what I do, to make a nice sharp corner, I take my rod here, turn my welder back on, put my ground on, get my helmet on. Alright. So I can put this rod right here. Now it's going to be easy for me to bend around that corner. Because I'm only using 3/16 of an inch thick material. That's fairly thick actually. Yeah, I'll get this much hotter. You can see how nice and hot that is. The hotter I get it, the easier it is to bend around that corner. So I just take a bend around like that. It's kind of like forging actually. Alright, so now I'm happy with my shape. I can just break this bar off like that. That's in my way. Finish the shape off. There you have it. So that's my shape. I've made it. Now, because I've welded it there, I'll have to undo that weld. There we go. That's my shape. That's what I need for that piece of sculpture over there. Now what I do is I go outside and put it in the snow so it cools it down. Alright. Pardon me that I left for a second. Now it's okay. In the summertime I have a nice bucket of water in here. So there's the shape, what I need. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll take my camera and show you over there. Back to here. Alright, there it is. I know I made the piece longer at this point right there. I made it longer. I can cut that off. I have to come back in a little bit. The other piece fits over the top of it. I create all that depth. So there you have it. That's how it works.